Okay, so let's jump into Libra and Aquarius and how Libra and Aquarius come together romantically.
I'm glad to talk about Libra and Aquarius. Insofar as here we're talking about two air signs, and they share sociability, and they enjoy hanging out with new groups, and they enjoy social engagements. They can enjoy the arts and music and progressive social interests. Libras are often more relationship oriented. Aquarians aren't necessarily, they don't have a distaste for relationships, but freedom is just so important that can't be overstated. However, they have so much in common. They can enjoy an active social life. They can enjoy deep communication and understanding of one another. They can enjoy partying and celebrating that does involve dance and music and art and sharing great ideas. I think that there's really good potential here.
Gotcha. So a lot of fun festivities to be enjoyed if you can work out the commitment parameters between the two of them, I suppose.
And that's always going to be the call to the partner of an Aquarian.
Okay. Yeah.
And to an Aquarian to negotiating and compromising. Those are not words that really, maybe the negotiating part, but the compromising piece is not an easy fit for an Aquarian.
Gotcha.
So, however, I think there's strong potential in that pairing.
I'm starting to garnish or harbor a little bit of sympathy for an Aquarius now in the sense of, having such an independent, free-spirited, not necessarily polygamous in nature, but someone who would be more inclined to that than their typical signs or typical society. So just how they would have
they're nonconformists by nature.
Nonconformists. They're
nonconformists by nature. And that is a perfectly legitimate nature. Yeah. It just isn't the nature of all beings.
Right.
So
and
it's something to be worked out.
Find that like-minded. Like I've heard, there's a lid for every pot. So
I love that
seems
term.
like an Aquarius might be a little more difficult to find a lid for, but hey, there is one out there, I'm sure.
I think there is. Well, here's the first thing that is counterintuitive to the term Aquarian. Sounds like aqua, water. It's an air sign. It's not a water sign. So first of all, it is much more mental and social in its orientation as opposed to water signs that are more about emotion and intuition and security. So some of the hallmarks of an Aquarian are intellectual pursuits, particularly progressive ones. They're known to be very open to new inventions and new uses of technology for the purpose of connecting humanity and assisting humanity in greater education, greater health, and all things that lift us up.
Okay, so they're good at pioneering new niches within society.
And new is the word. They love new, and they're kind of they're noted also for they're ruled by the planet Uranus, which rules the sudden and unexpected, and the inventive and the progressive.
Like a spontaneous
It's
energy?
So it's revolutionary. It's breaking down old traditions. So they are very non-traditional in their
Okay.
orientation and make great friends, love discussions, especially when it's about ideas. They're very freedom-loving and can be pretty independent. So those are some of the qualities.
Independent's a good word, because one of the closest Aquarius relationships I've ever had, like very independently natured,
Yeah.
but a fun person, like definitely someone who was a pioneer in a lot of ways with the different things that they would pursue. And just to go over once again for everybody that we're talking about the sun sign, and there are a lot more factors to consider when you're really trying to dive into the nitty-gritty of how a person's going to act based on their planetary influences. Okay, and some of those
Completely so.
factors include.
So, well, we're talking about Aquarius as though we're only talking about the sun sign. So the sun sign is important. That's our inner self, our sense of purpose, and the place from which we act to express who it is we really feel we are and our most essential natures. The placement of the moon by sign is incredibly important because the moon rules our emotions, our instincts, our habit patterns, and certainly our security needs. It represents our soul. And then amongst other really important factors is the rising sign. So that has a lot to do with our outlook and how people respond to us. So those are just the beginning, and we're not even addressing the placement of Venus or the placement of Mars, but those are important too. But always the sun, the center of our solar system, is the heart of the chart.
Gotcha.
For each of us. So it's important to talk about that.
The
as well.
heart of the chart. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. And it does make sense considering the sun sign is a big influence. But like we said before, always love yourself first, and then it makes it easier to love everybody else regardless of their sign.
Thank you for reminding us that that is absolutely true.
Yep, I like that one a lot. And thank you. Good
Thank you, this has been
information
fun
as
today.
usual. Yeah, it's been very fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
Cheers.
Cheers.